How to deal with toxic people? Let me ask you something. Have you ever walked away from a conversation feeling drained? Like someone sucked out your energy, ruined your mood, or made you doubt yourself? That's what happens when you're around toxic people. Now, generally, if you ask, how to handle toxic people, they'll just say just avoid them. But what if the toxic person is your family, your partner, or someone you love? You can't always walk away, right? And the tricky part is most toxic people don't even realize that they are toxic. For them, this is just normal life. But you are the one who's carrying their criticism, their manipulation, their constant negativity. So there is no use dealing with them. So the real question is not how do I handle them? It is, how do I protect myself? Here are 5 powerful steps to protect yourself from toxic people. Hi, I'm Gayatri Arvind, founder of Abasa Rehab and Wellness. We offer residential rehabilitation for people struggling with addiction, mental health disorders, eating disorders, and chronic conditions. Over the past 6 years, we have helped over thousands of people reclaim their lives through personalized care. Through this channel, we share practical wisdom to empower your mental health. Step 1. Notice the red flags. Toxicity doesn't always look like shouting or fighting. Sometimes it comes quietly. A sarcastic comment, a guilt trip, a small manipulation that makes you question yourself. One person may criticize, another may control, another may gaslight you into thinking that you are the problem. Figuring out which one you are going through is the first step. Because once you can name the behavior, your brain gets clarity. It will actually help you shift the question from what's wrong with me to realizing, wait, this is not about me and this is their toxic pattern. And that awareness is your first layer of protection. Because once you see the pattern clearly, you stop being trapped by it. Step 2. Stop feeding the drama. This is very important. Toxic people feed on reactions. They throw sparks, hoping you'll explode. Because the more you react, the more control they have. Your reactions are their fuel. So, drama dies when there is no fuel. That's exactly what you need to do. When you stop reacting, you take away their power. This is called the grey rock technique, where you stay calm, neutral, and unshakable. This doesn't mean you don't care for them. You consciously choose not to play their game. And when you do this, they start to lose their grip on your emotions. Their words don't sting the way they used to. You begin to respond from clarity, not react from pain. And more importantly, you start to feel calmer and more grounded. Slowly, you'll realize you don't have to get pulled into their storm to prove your worth. Step 3. Protect your energy. Only if you do step 1 and step 2, you can truly do this, because unless you identify the pattern and stop reacting to it, you won't even realize how much of your energy is being drained. And only when you become aware of the energy drain, you can realize how much energy you can save. So what do I mean by this is, your emotional and mental energy are limited. And every time you argue, justify, overthink, or walk on eggshells because of someone else's behavior, you're losing energy. And just like a phone shuts down when the battery is drained, your clarity, confidence, ability to think straight, everything will shut down when you are mentally and physically drained. So, protecting your energy is not optional. It's foundational. And this is what lays the ground for everything that comes next. How do you do it practically? Set boundaries without guilt. Say no when you need to. Leave the room if things get too much. Pause before reacting and stop explaining yourself to people who are not trying to understand you. It might be difficult at first, but remind yourself, you're not being rude. You're choosing your mental health. When you do this consistently, you'll stop feeling exhausted after every interaction, and you'll start having more space to think, to feel, to be yourself. You'll gain the strength to rebuild, and you'll start healing, because when your energy is safe, your mind becomes safe. And from that place, everything gets easier. Step 4. Rebuild yourself. Being around toxic people makes you doubt who you are. You'll shrink, second guess yourself, and you'll stop trusting your gut. That's why this step is very important. You have to train yourself to trust you. The best way is to work on yourself. Read books that empowers you. Talk to people who make you feel safe. Practice small acts of self-care that remind you that you matter. Because every time you invest in yourself, your mind grows stronger and your inner voice becomes louder than their criticism. Their words won't touch you anymore. Step 5. Accept what you cannot change. This part is tough but very crucial. You cannot change a toxic person. You can't change them with love, patience, not even with sacrifice. They will only change if they want to change. So instead of wasting your time and energy into trying to fix them, use that energy to heal yourself. Walk away if you need to. Create space and remember that healing is not selfish, it's survival. Finally, you may not always be able to change who's in your life, but you can always choose how much access they get. Sometimes that means emotional boundaries, sometimes that means physical distance. But every time you choose peace over the drama, you are teaching yourself that you matter. And over time, that choice rewires your relationships, your mind, your health, and your entire life.